Well, hello there, Virgo. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what is going on for December. December is going to have 5 weeks in it, so we're going to have 5 columns of cards and 3 rows as per usual. Yes, it's a big month, so we're going to do the overview first, and then we'll move into the in-depth reading on the very first week of December, which is going to be November 30th through the 6th, okay? First, let's go ahead and light a candle, get some energy flowing through this place. Yes, I'm in Louisiana, right? So I'm out traveling, doing my thing, on the road, as they say. But I do like my creature comforts, so I pick a nice Airbnb where I can stay and do what I gotta do. And here I am for you. All right. So I have a couple of messages from my guides for you, and they're all about how we are going to, number one, need to ask for help. This month is all about us being open to asking for a little help. It doesn't have to be a big damn deal. It can be like, oh, I'm going to Google it, or I'm going to watch some more YouTube videos on how to do a thing. So that's still asking for help. It's saying, I don't know everything, and I'm open to receiving new information from the outside, right? But you might actually need physical help carrying a couch or something else. So be open to it. Don't try and do it all by yourself this month, okay? The other message is that we are going to be getting a little more vulnerable within our groups. This is a work group, this is going to be a friend group, this is going to be a family group. Whatever's going on, we're going to be a little bit more revealing about what's going on with us, because they might actually be able to help us. And we're also going to be feeling more support. They may not be able to help us at all, but if we reveal what's going on, people can offer you more support, which is kind of the gig, right? We want to feel supported in everything we're doing, but we really have to do that thing by letting people know. If you don't tell anybody what's going on, nobody knows. All right, so we're going to be more vulnerable and more open, and we're going to be ready to go. All right. Well done. All right. And I want to thank you all again for your likes, shares, and subscribes. We made it to 1,000 followers. Yay! And I'm really looking for 2,000. Let's go. Yeah, big goals. Here I am. So let's go ahead and get you a guiding card for the month. All right. So this is the deck we're using for that. It's the Etherieal Visions Illuminated Tarot. We've been using this as the going in depth. But now we're going to use it just for the guiding card for this month. What do we got for you, Virgo, for December? No, none of those. And there it is, right there. All right. So this is the card that we will talk about every single week as we move forward to make sure that you know what kind of support you're getting as we're moving forward. All right. We have the Page of Pentacles. Ooh. All through December, you're going to be wanting to keep your ears open for new ways and means to make more money. Keeping an eye on your money, making sure your money is growing as fast as you want it to, and ways to do things differently than you may have been doing them up till now. Okay? So that's very cool. I like that. This card is going to be very helpful to you. You're going to find yourself wanting to each week pay attention to the information coming to you. Will it benefit you financially? Will it not? Will it help you spend money, right? Be careful with what the information is and how you apply it, okay? So we're going to set this card down right here. That's nice. Let's go ahead and get more cards. So we have this is the Serpentine deck we're going to use for the overview, but we're going to use this deck here, which is the Magical Nordic Tarot, so we can go in and have a mystery card, right? So here we go. Let's get that mystery card for you, Virgo. That's up here too. Interesting. All right. So we'll set this right here next to Woody. Woody's going to keep an eye on that bad boy. And we will talk about that later. I'm going to set these cards aside. We'll use these cards now for the overview. So we're going to have 5 columns of cards, 1 for each week of the month of December. And then we'll add, the first row is where we are, the second row is going to be what's blocking you, and the third row will of course be your solution, because we don't want to talk about trouble if we aren't going to talk about ways to get out of it, right? That's just how I roll, and I hope that you find it helpful. It's a different layout than most people, and that's cool. I like being a little different. So here we go. Let's talk about what's going on for the first week of December, which is November 30th through the 6th. We're going to go in depth on this at the end of this video, okay? So just to reiterate that. Virgo, what do we have going on here? We have the Eight of Swords. So you're already feeling a little bit stuck in your power just to start this month, where you're not really sure what's going on or why you don't feel like you have the control of the situation that you want, but you're going to want to sort of approach it from a different perspective and try and make the person you're dealing with think it's their idea, and it will help you move forward, okay? You'll still be in charge of the thing, but it'll because they tell you they want you to be in charge of it after they realize your idea is fantastic and they claim it as their own, okay? So just be aware. It's a bit of a mind game, but at the same time, it all works out for the best. That is where you are this week. What's blocking you is the foundation of your ideas, okay? You're not really having a nice mind meld with people. Ooh, so you may really have to put a nice pretty bow on it or find a way to make it seem more like their idea, right? It's going to be a little harder to win them over in this situation. I'm saying that getting people to believe what you're saying is their idea is going to be much harder than you think. So just be aware. Not everyone's going to agree with you. And that doesn't mean it's wrong or bad. It just means maybe they're not the one you should be hanging out with for very long, okay? At least not on this week, okay? Finally, of course, use very good judgment as you're moving forward this week. Your solution is using your judgment to move forward without pushing the envelope so much that you're pushing people to want to be that, right? You don't want to push them so far that they get physical, right? We want to keep people chill and mellow. So whatever your idea is, stay true to your true self, which is a peaceful self, right? You can be peaceful and you can be joyful, and those are the things you want to keep bringing to the table. I know that it's going to be really interesting here, not having people agree with you, even though you want to be kind of more in charge of a thing, but you know, you're going to work it out, right? Remember that whatever you feel like you want to be more in charge of, make sure it's something you can actually do, right? If it's not something you're actually able to do, be cautious and careful. You're always able to be in control of what you're eating, what's around your personal hula hoop, so to speak. What you're doing for you, you can be in charge of, but other people's stuff, not so much. So be aware, pay attention to where you're at, okay? This card here is talking about the week of the 7th through the 13th of December. So December 7th through the 13th, we have the gift of love. There will be new information about new joy and happiness in your life. This could be news about a baby. Some of you will be getting pregnant. Some of you will be adopting a new pet. Others will be getting new information about somebody in your life who is going to be pregnant, which is cool, or adopting a pet. Haha. It's always joy, okay? And it could also be a new relationship for my singles out there. So you could be getting into a new relationship at this time. Be open to the possibilities, okay? It isn't about closing ourselves up from joy at all. This is about remaining open-hearted and receiving the joy that's out there from wherever it comes. Don't be alarmed. I think it's going to be super fun for you, no matter how it approaches you. Just be open to receiving. This card here is talking about what's blocking you. There will be a like-minded feminine energy person, normally very, very easy to get along with and everything is cool, but for some reason they're like saying no. I'm not sure why your bestie is saying no, but your bestie is saying, I don't think that's a good idea. That seems dangerous or whatever. They're not getting the good vibes from this potential relationship person or whatever, and they're saying, I think, or maybe they're pulling you away. They're saying, hey, you need to come over and help me with something. And you're like, but I have a thing. I have a thing going on. You're like, okay. So find a way to offer them time while not pulling yourself away from what you want to do, okay? Because you can, in fact, take good care of yourself and them at the same time. If you just schedule it properly, you can work out the scheduling, and that'll be a good thing. Because, yeah, you're actually manifesting whatever the heck you want, okay? So tell the universe what you're ready for, and the universe will take care of you, all right? It's going to be serendipitous and kind of beautiful. So just be aware that things will come to you when you least expect it. All right? You know, you're standing in line for an ice cream, and there's this guy in line ahead of you. You're like, nice butt. And then he turns around and he's like, hey. And you're like, did I say that out loud? He's laughing and it's all good. And you guys have a little rapport, a little moment. And in the end, before you have your ice cream, or even as you're having your ice cream, he might hand you his phone number and say, you know, give me a call sometime. Hey. So you're having a moment, right? You're manifesting whatever it is you need, whatever you want. This is really cool. I love that. Well played. Good job. All right, Virgo. Let's go ahead and look at the next week over. We're talking about the 14th through the 20th of December. We have the Knight of Swords fighting for some control over a situation. We had this situation over here. We started the month with questions about who's in charge. And here we are now fighting about it. So whoever is in charge, instead of you maybe, is not probably doing it the way you think they should. So you need to watch how you approach the conversation of you're doing it wrong, okay? Because there might have a worse reaction than you thought, and you need to either surrender to the idea that it's not your job, or that it doesn't matter so much, okay? This card here is talking about where you're blocked, and we're talking about the Two of Swords. A little fear is holding you back. Maybe you're wanting to be in charge, but you're not really sure you're physically up for it, or you're not feeling like you have a lot of time to be in charge of it. And so you're afraid to step up and say, let me do that. I got that. I know exactly what to do. Because other people will have expectations of you, and you'll feel like, oh no, how can I do this and have people have expectations of me if I'm not 100% physically ready to do the thing? I know. So you're afraid, and you'll want to make sure that you have some backup, or a team or a posse that will be there to help you do the thing you say you're going to do, okay? So you want to make sure you have the support system in place, all right? And when you do have that support system in place, everything is going to get much easier, okay? Very cool. Of course, make sure that your money is working as hard as you are. Even if you're pulling away from doing physical labor for work, you're going to want to make sure that whatever investments you're involved in are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Just check them. It doesn't mean you have to do anything about it. It just means I want you to be aware, okay? Be personally aware of every little thing and what's going on, and which plates over there are spinning and how they're spinning. Oh, this one's intended to spin a little slower. Cool. How about that one? Super fast. And it's not spinning very fast. Okay, well, that's interesting. Once you're aware of what's going on, you'll be able to make better decisions, okay? That's all. Become aware this particular week. It doesn't mean you may need to make action, but you may choose to take action at that time. Next week over, we're looking at the 21st through the 27th of December. We have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is all about there will be somebody in your world that isn't working out. Somebody who said they were going to do something, said they were going to help you out in a certain way, said they were going to do this or that or the other thing, and they just aren't doing it. And you're like, I'm so over this. I have no more time to give to somebody who claims they're going to handle something and then doesn't do anything. So I'm going to release them. I'm going to just walk away and not deal with that anymore. We might even say a proper farewell. I appreciate you. I'm going to make a good boundary with you. We're not working out anymore, and you got to go. Okay? And I want that for you. I want you to feel that freedom to move forward, and I think that it will help you a lot. Okay? Good for you. Bossing up in the moment. You're also bossing up the week of Christmas, so yay. And I'm just saying that there could be other holy days going on at this time. Whatever your belief system, I believe in it for you. You do you. But yeah, it's an interesting time to be making this major cut from your life. But it could be just a coworker. It could just be somebody who's supposed to be doing service for you that isn't doing what they said. And you're just saying, you know, I don't need you to come anymore. Bye. And you're letting them go. This card here is talking about what's blocking you. The foundation of your power is blocked. Interesting. Maybe somebody is saying, I'm sorry. Well, you want to let this person go. I get that. That's great. But somebody else is saying, you don't really have the authority to do that. You can't do that. Or they're saying, this is a terrible time of year for you to be doing that. All you got to do is just let them be for another week. Well, do it in the new year. Don't do it now, okay? Somebody's got a little bug in their butt about how and when you're doing what you're doing, and they're trying to block your authority. Be careful. Be aware of that. If you have somebody blocking your authority, that blows, right? We know who we are. We know what we're doing. We know what's going on. So you'll have to step up a little. You'll have to do something about that, okay? And we have the Hierophant here. We want you to maintain your faith, whatever that is. Whatever, have a physical manifestation of your faith. You want to have menorahs. You want to have Christmas trees. You want to have pine cones and Yule logs. You want to have anything else. Whatever makes you feel closer to the big guy is going to be the thing that you want in your life right now. It will give you something to feel connected, feel comfortable, and appreciate whatever that is, you know. Celebrate your holidays whichever way you want to, but feel that closeness, that camaraderie, that coming togetherness, whatever that is for you. Bring it together for yourself, and it could be very lovely. I think that you will find that you may be able to put all of this stuff to the back burner and let it be like, okay, none of that stuff worked out, and that's fine, but we still have family, and we're going to do our thing. Okay, cool. The next card over, we're talking about December 28th through January 3rd, Ace of Pentacles. There's going to be a windfall of financial benefit. This could be as simple as you finding money on the ground. This could be an overpaid bill that comes back to you, a refund of some sort for something else that you completed and let go of, and so you stopped getting involved in that process. That's good. You'll also find that there's another opportunity for you to do better and be happier in some other way. So there's the gift of finance in the process with your finances, okay? So you are, you could also be, some of you will be getting a raise at work because it's that time of year, and some things pop in automatically, and we will love that. We love automatic raises. Automatic raises are awesome. They're not much, but they're something, and not everybody gets that, so that's cool. This card here is talking about what is going on that's blocking you this particular time. Yes, the Six of Pentacles shows that, of course, there's part of you feeling a little flush, and you're going to want to share, but you're not going to be in any position to share it all, okay? Whatever this gift of finance is needed, necessary, and important. It already has earmarks all over it. You've already planned for it. Even if it's 40 bucks you found on the ground, you're like, oh, nope, we know exactly what we're doing that. We need more vitamins. We're going to take this 40 bucks, go buy some vitamins. It has no other place to be except busy doing what it's supposed to be doing. You're not in a position to help other people out right now, okay? Just be aware of that. You can give them good advice, but that's about all, okay? And that is okay. Now, Queen of Cups is our solution. There is an emotionally based feminine energy person in the mix for you this week. She is very much so, she speaks from her feelings. I feel like this, I feel like that, I feel like a taco, right? Whatever it is, she's feeling it. She is feeling all her feelings. I'm not necessarily getting that she'll bring a lot of drama, but she's going to bring some drama to the table, okay? She's going to need a little attention. She's going to probably ask a little bit for money in some way. And you're going to have to say, I don't think so, about the money. But you can listen, and you can say, there, dear. Give her a cup of tea, and really just listen. And she will feel better because you listened, and you'll have a better closeness with her, and you'll find another way to support her because maybe she thinks she needs money, but she needs something else instead. You'll be able to help her with that, and that is going to be very helpful. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and move these cards off to one side, and we will come back to them in other videos. We are not going to see them again this week, but next week we'll pull these ones out. All right? So now then, let's look at these three cards from the overview. Obviously, we're going to look at them because we want to go deeper on this very first week, okay? So let's see. I have this deck here, which is the Mythic Tarot. We're going to use it to go deeper on this particular reading for this week. I think it will help clarify what happened and or is happening so that we can move forward. All right. So this is the week of November 30th through the 6th. We talked about how you wanted to regain some power in a situation, but you were having a hard time getting other people to your way of thinking, and you're trying to convince people what you believe is the right thing. So it's a confrontation of ideas. And there's a party that wants to be in charge, but there's another party that's sort of aware that maybe it's outside your wheelhouse, and you're a little nervous about that, okay? But we have the Eight of Cups. Maybe this is your opportunity to walk away from somebody who isn't helping you get where you want to go in that situation. Or maybe it's a time for you to just say, you know, this is a very mismanaged group that I'm involved in, and they don't know what's going on. I need to either be in charge or I need to go. I need to leave. Because there is something about this that's got you like so frustrated. You're like, you know what? I don't need this headache. I don't need to feel like this. And you don't have to feel, there's that weird moment in time when we go, okay, this is what I know I'm capable of, and I know what I want to do, and everything is cool, but nobody else wants me to. Nobody else is down with me being in charge of that situation. Like, oh. And so they shun you. They push you off to one side and tell you, you're going to have to get along with what we want to do, even though it may be wrong, or you can leave. And you're like, huh, interesting. And it shows me here that this particular week, you may choose, instead of fighting about it or pushing your ideas through, you may walk away. You may decide, you know what? It's not worth my trouble. It's not worth it for me to try and push everybody to do it my way. I'm gonna move along and find a different group. Okay, so you may find yourself needing to find a different group. This isn't bad. This isn't wrong. This is just what's going on. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is all about how you have enough money to take care of yourself. This could be something work-related even. Like, oh, at work I want to be in charge of a thing right here. I want to be more, maybe they're changing the rules and taking away more of your control over what you do. And you're like, you know, I just don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm ready to move on. I have enough money to take care of myself. Some of you might be retiring because the rules around the office have changed so dramatically that you're like, nah. They take a perfectly beautiful place where everything has been based on appreciation and taking good care of people and accomplishing good things to a place of the thermometer on the dry board where everybody signs up and shows how much they're doing and where they are on the thermometer of accomplishment that week. And if you aren't higher up than this big black line, then you're out. So it's all about performance and making things happen, and you're like, I don't like the intensity of this project. Other people thrive under that, but this isn't your deal, okay? Other people are going to be wanting you to perform in a certain sort of way or something like that. The vibe of the job is changed, and you're like, this is vibed right out of my wheelhouse, so give a shit. So some of you are walking away from jobs or friend groups or people where, yeah, you wanted to have a little more say-so about what was going on, whether it's your personal independence within the group that's being taken because they need you to look more like one of the other machines and all the other stuff. Step in line or step out. And so you're like, maybe I'll step out. So it's interesting. You will have enough money to take care of yourself, so you don't have to worry about yourself financially. Maybe you will find another group where you will hang out and get a different job. And of course, if you are changing jobs right here, go get the other job before you walk away, okay? Put out your applications. Sorry, that's just my mom. Anyone who's seen me in person gets the same story. It's a thing. My mom is brutal. She will not let you quit one job until you have another, okay? It's just a rule. This card here is talking about where you're blocked. The marriage of ideas. People coming together and having the same idea as you is blocked, right? Nobody believes what you're saying. Nobody understands what you're saying. All these people, maybe a different generation situation, maybe something else. but you're having a glitch in the moment where it's coming together in a weird way and other people aren't hearing you clearly. So you're like, ah, ah, right? And I don't want you to feel like that's forever. It's just for now, okay? What? We got a double whammy on the Four of Wands. You have a double, this Four of Wands times 2. Okay, yeah, the Four of Wands times 2, and what? We have the Four of Swords. The foundation of your power is blocked, and the foundation of your ideas is blocked 2 times over, okay? So people are not on board with you being in charge. They are not on board with your ideas. They are not working towards your goals. They want you to appreciate theirs and their goals. And I want you to know that, yeah, that's a lot. You got 3 4s in a row. This is a lot of things that make me see why you're walking away. This is you making a decision about what you want to do, and it's to walk away, okay? I'm not surprised. Notice the Eight of Swords has 4 swords in it times 2. So 4 swords times 2, foundation of your power, kaput, all right? Yeah, it's time to go, all right? Use good judgment and make sure you're not kicking over paint cans as you walk out the door. You're not going to make a bigger mess. You're not going to make a big fuss about your departure. We're not doing a Jerry Maguire, okay? We just need to it's like pack your stuff and go. You can even wait till lunchtime when everybody else is off at lunch and you're like, pack your stuff, walk into the fridge, grab your lunch like normal, and then put it all in the car and drive away. Bye. Leave a little note on your computer. Bye. See you later. Bye. I don't need to sit here and hang out with all y'all and pretend like we're friends right now because I don't feel like you're friends right now. Don't be alarmed, okay? I know this is like talking about it when we already talked about the fact that you're going to do this smartly and you're not going to walk away until you have another job. But if you have enough money and you can wait a minute and before you get the other job lined up, you should. There is new information coming to you this week about ways to make more money. So I want you to maybe embrace this information even as you're taking all your basic little stuff home so you don't have to worry about having a big box when you're leaving. But yes, take the information, go find the other job, do the thing you got to do, okay? Use good judgment in your process. Don't overspaz and don't make a big fuss. Don't let other people know that you're leaving. You want them to just sort of think everything is normal and you're just chilling out and going along to get along, all right? You will be moving beyond your limiting beliefs, things that you thought you could do or couldn't do, whatever. You may find, you know what, I'm here. I'm going to keep doing what I normally do. I might, take one less break and see if I can't, work on that stupid dry board thermometer for me and make sure that I'm performing at least or trying to perform at a certain level. So you're going to do that. You're going to put yourself out there. You're going to keep working on things. And I think you're going to find out that you're better at this thermometer business than you thought. It doesn't mean you want to stay, and it doesn't mean you will stay. It just means I think you're going to perform better than you thought with this stupid dry board thermometer situation, okay? You're going to hit that line. You're going to surpass that line. Not by a lot, but you'll surpass it, and it'll be more than you thought you could do. You'll be like, huh, I had no idea I could do that. That's cool. All right. So you are meeting goals. You're meeting the expectations of the company. They're not going to see you disappearing before their very eyes. You can actually find out that, oh, I could even last a week or 2 while I get my other job lined up. So you will have less pressure on your mental self. I mean, everything here says, I got to go. And it is. And you will. But you also have a need to get another job before you go. And you're finding out a way that you can actually cover it up and meet those limits for now. So no one will even see you doing all the stuff you're doing, which is, I'm leaving. I'm as leaving as I'm leaving, okay? And I think that's great. I think you're going to do really good stuff, and I think you're going to have a good time being able to move forward with your new job once you secure it. But you have to do the securing first, all right? So let's get you one of these beautiful Path of the Soul cards, all right? Get some more information for you. And there it is right there. All right, so I'm going to set these cards aside right here. All right. Now then, oh yeah, definitely. You have something gestating. You are working on something on the inside of yourself. This, for some of you, this could be a baby, yes, or it could not be a baby. It could just be an idea of how the world should work actually. A utopian concept of everybody working in concert and harmony, and everybody getting what they need done without having to meet certain limits and checking boxes and filling in the thermometer. But you want it, whatever your idea is it's percolating in there. It's getting ready to be what it's supposed to be, but it isn't quite done yet. You may find yourself wanting to go solo, right? This is a card of it's like an ace in of itself. You wanting to move out beyond the original hole, because if this giant thing is like a hole, you are moving outside of it. You're like a whole thing that wants to move outside of this now and become what it's supposed to be. So you are preparing yourself to come into your own way of being. And I think that it could be a big deal. Okay, so you could be choosing to walk away from all of that and become your own individual person. So some of you will be choosing to go out on your own. If you're a telecommunicator or something like that, and you're meeting limits and all that good stuff, but you find out there's a whole section of the world that isn't being handled, or you find a good company that wants to treat people differently than quotas and thermometers and stuff, and you say, look, let me do some collections for you privately, so that each company doesn't have to have a nasty company take over, right? So you may find a different way to handle that situation, and you'll want to sell that idea to one company who really has a better heart and has a better vibe, and they want to have a better outcome, right? So you're working towards better outcomes, and you can seal the deal. So that's good news. I like that. All right, let's get your mystery card. What is your mystery card? Ooh, the Two of Cups. Hello. Two of Cups is here, showing that you have a support system. You have somebody in your life who is your partner in crime, who, whether it's a life partner or just a best friend, who will be supporting you in this process. They will sit there and talk to you when things get weird or difficult and remind you, you can do this. It's okay. You can do this. You can walk away just as fast as you do anything else. But yeah, you're going to be in a situation where you have a supporter who will listen to you and hold your hand through the process. I love that, because this looks a little nerve-wracking / scary, but I think that you can do it. You are going to be awesome, okay? Now then, you, Virgo, need a pocket full of rocks. Let's go. What do we have over here? All right. Ooh, we got a handful of rocks. We got Tiger's Eye, we got Carnelian, we got Amazonite, and we have, ooh, that guy, he always gets me, he tricks me up. I will get back to him, okay? Sugilite, that's it. It's Sugilite, ta-da. Very beautiful purple rock. Okay, so we have Carnelian, which is a second chakra stone. It's all about your creativity. You're bringing good creativity and activity to the plate. You are doing the proactive activities that you have to do to look like you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're going to make it work. It's going to be amazing. You're going to work beyond your limiting beliefs, and everything is going to come together very nicely. Good. And like I said, you're going to meet your quotas even though you didn't think you could. Ha ha. Amazonite is talking about how there is going to be, it's a heart stone. It's a higher heart stone, and it's about you getting the information you need from your higher heart about who you are, what you want to do, where you're going, all those things. It is the little voice in the back of your head that's telling you, all of this shit is bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore, okay? So pay attention to the little voice, but remember that you're going to actually find a new way to create it into a different situation where you do want to do it, but maybe in a different way. You're going to find a new way to do it. You're going to use very good judgment in your process. Ta-da! It's going to be kind of beautiful. You're birthing something out. Nice. Sugilite. It's a 6th chakra stone. So this is a stone that you will meditate with on your third eye. When you lay down and meditate and you put this on your forehead, something is going to happen for you where you actually can just apply yourself to what is happening. Ask the questions. Your guides will come through and give you stronger answers, okay? You will get stronger, immediate answers to what's going on around you, all right? Very cool. Nice. This card here is talking about how it's a 7th chakra stone, so it goes right above your head, at the top of your head. Boink, right there. But that's, anyway. So Tiger Eye is a 7th chakra stone. It's all about how you are going to be bringing in messages from your guides, from your angels. Whatever's coming on through will be able to come to you more easily when you put this above your head. So when you do use the sugilite on your forehead, you're going to want to put this one right above your head, and the messages will be incoming quite easily when you open the door and let the universe know, hey, I'm ready to receive messages from my guides. And they'll say, okay. It's like the mailbox finally opens, ta-da, and you're going to have a whole lot of mail coming in, okay? So just be aware. You can sort it out and say specifically what mail you're looking for, and it will help sort it out and keep it smaller so you don't get overwhelmed, okay? Very nice. Like that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these stones down here. Nice. Okay. Well, Virgo, what a week you're having, huh? I love that you're figuring some things out and you're coming to understand what you want and what you don't want and what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do, and that you're pushing yourself a little harder and actually meeting those goals. As ridiculous as they seem to you, you're actually making it happen because you really can make that happen. You can decide to change your mind later if you want to, but I think that you're really going to look for another way to make more money in another different way. So you're really going to push yourself to find a different job, but you're like, okay, at least I won't be on the chopping block every 5 minutes here because I can meet the goal. Surprise. And that's good news because you were uncertain and uncomfortable with the goals as they were presented. Sadly, it speaks to doing customer service where you treat people like numbers, not like people. But that is the nature of that process and what's going on. So I don't know why I'm getting it all in that way, but I'm getting it that way. So, all right, Virgo, I know that this is going to be an interesting week for you, but I see the hope at the end of it. So that's good news. You don't have to carry these rocks if you don't want to. You can carry any rocks you like. Let me know what you got in your pocket. Communicate with me about the rocks or the reading or anything else. I'm here for you in all ways possible. Please comment, okay? If you haven't checked the description box below, there's a lot of stuff going on down there. You'll find all the decks that I'm using, so you can get them on Amazon or Etsy. You'll also find a list of all the fairs that I go to. That thing is changing, so check my schedule. You never know what might be there or not be there, okay? So check that schedule and make sure of what's happening so that you don't show up looking for me somewhere if I'm not there anymore, okay? And the other thing you'll find is a way to have a private reading with me over the phone. If you want to do that, go ahead and click the link down there, and you'll have an opportunity to set up an appointment, and we'll take care of you during the week, okay? Very nice. I thank you so much for being here and all your likes, shares, and subscribes. Every single one of you matters to me. I mean, wow. We made it to 1,000 subscribers. Yay! We're moving towards 2, okay? I'm always driven, and that's a good thing. You are here now for the free reading giveaway, all right? So what we're talking about now is how you're going to leave me an emoji in a comment below, all right? Just leave a comment, put an emoji down there, and you will have an entry. Ta-da! You can put 7 emojis in that same comment, and it's still 1 entry. Now, if you do 7 comments with an emoji in each one, that's 7 entries. Ta-da! So do what you need to do, take good care, put in some entries, and I will draw from them at the end of the month, and we will go ahead and I'll post who wins in the first week of January, but I'll also post or privately message the individual who wins. So don't worry, I got you, all right? You'll know if you win because I'll be talking to you directly, okay? Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate the one and the all of you very much. We'll see you then, all right? Thank you.